Hello. Today we will observe Atomy's systematic income, which will help you generate income even in your sleep. We will specifically look at the General Commission. Before diving into the topic, let's briefly look at what Atomy's business is all about. Simply put, the essence of Atomy business is for you to change where you shop for your products. Instead of buying daily household supplies from wholesale stores or big marts, you can accumulate points by buying Atomy's products. In Atomy, this process is called the Mart Change. If you continue to use Atomy's high-quality products affordably, then you will quickly become a fan. And as you share them with others, you will have more people on board. Their purchases alongside your purchases will accumulate as PV. In Atomy business, the more you spend, the more income you get. Let's look at the conditions for the various ranks in Atomy. There are a total of 5 ranks depending on how much PV it is you accumulated, depending on your purchases. The minimum PV required to reach a certain rank depends on the performance of the group under you. The ranks are updated depending on the previous month's performance. In order to reach the first rank, a member, you need to accumulate 10,000 to 300,000 PV. The next rank is an agent, which requires 300,000 PV. You can also have 600,000 PV as a member from your smaller leg in the previous month. To be a special agent, you need 700,000 PV, or you need to have 1.4 million PV from your smaller leg as an agent in the previous month. The fourth rank is a dealer, and you need 1.5 million PV. Or as a special agent, you need at least 3 million PV from your smaller leg. To reach the final rank, an exclusive distributor, you need 2.4 million PV. As a dealer, you need to have at least 4.8 million PV in the previous month from your smaller leg. Hold up. The smaller leg is the line with the smaller revenue, between your left and right leg. You're probably curious how and when you get paid for the General Commission. First, a newly registered member in Atomy must have 10,000 PV of their own in order to receive credit for their lower line's PV. After that, those on your left leg and right leg each need to accumulate at least 300,000 PV. If only one of your legs reach the 300,000 PV, then the leg's PV will not disappear, but it will continue to accumulate. When you've accumulated 300,000 PV for each of your left and right leg, as you see on the chart from the screen, you will receive your General Commission depending on your rank's points. Once you've received your General Commission, then the following day, all the PV under your line will be flushed out. The system will count it back from 0. Just because it is flushed out, this does not mean that the PV is totally gone. It just won't get counted as General Commission that you receive. Actually, your PV will never disappear. It will accumulate forever. It becomes the basis for your membership rank. The performance of your left and right leg will be different. Which one will be counted for you to receive commission? The answer is, your General Commission will depend on your smaller leg. Every week, from Wednesday to Tuesday, the system will daily count your smaller leg's performance. Then you will receive your General Commission on Tuesday. However, the system will not be active on Sundays. Hold on! Atomy's very special policy is hidden in the General Commission system. There is actually a ceiling of 50 million PV. The chronic problem of network marketing business was that most of the profit was concentrated on only high-ranking members. The policy, in fact, favors the novice contractors, which makes everyone happy. This prevents the imbalance and saturation of wealth. That's why Atomy's marketing plan has never changed. The General Commission is calculated as 35% of total revenue, minus the rank commission, promotion bonus, and education commission. 44% of the total PV is daily distributed to the members according to their ranks. Why don't we look at an example? Let's say you've accumulated 300,000 PV, reaching the rank of an agent, which means you can now get credit for your lower line's PV. Your older and younger sisters and nieces are on your left leg, and you have placed your high school classmates on your right leg. Your family members on the left line have accumulated 450,000 PV, but your General Commission is calculated by your smaller leg. And since those on your right leg have not reached 300,000 PV, unfortunately you will not be able to receive a general commission. But you don't need to be disappointed even if you didn't reach your goal. Until your smaller leg reaches 300,000 PV, your PV will not get flushed out. Your PV will continue to pile up. That's because Atomy will continue to be your helper until all of you have become successful. In this example, let's say you have 300,000 PV, but this time your classmate on your right line has accumulated an additional 100,000 PV, which makes it a total 300,000 PV. You will now be eligible to receive a general commission. When this PV is calculated, they get 15 points, which amounts to about 65 USD, and they will be paid the following Tuesday. And after the general commission has been paid, the lower line member's PV will be flushed out and reset to 0. However, your PV will never be flushed out and it will accumulate forever. It also becomes the basis of your membership rank. For the next example, let's say you have accumulated 700,000 PV. Your family members on your left line also have 750,000 PV. And your classmates A and B on your right leg each have 100,000 PV. Since they have not reached 300,000 PV, you will receive no commission until your right leg accrues 300,000 PV. Their PV will not be flushed out and it will accumulate. So you don't have to give up, nor should you be discouraged. Atomy will patiently wait until you will be eligible to receive a commission. Let's say you've accumulated 800,000 PV through diligent purchases. Let's look at your right and left legs. Your left leg has also accumulated 750,000 PV. And your right leg was also diligent in buying products. So your classmate A has 500,000 PV and your classmate B has 200,000 PV. In total, they have 700,000 PV. Since the smaller leg's PV is 700,000 PV, your general commission score will be 30 points, and you will receive 130 USD as your general commission. In this case, also, your PV will not be flushed out. Only your right leg and left leg's PV will be flushed out and reset. This time, let's look at how the points are calculated for your lower line's PV. Let's assume you accrued 300,000 PV. If both of your legs accrue 300,000 PV, then you will receive 15 points. That's about 64.5 USD in general commission. If both of your legs accrue 700,000 PV, then you will have 30 points. That is 129 USD in general commission. If you have 1.5 million PV on each of your legs, that's 60 points. Then you will receive 258.5 USD in general commission. Remember that your smaller legs PV will be the standard, and that your smaller legs must have at least 300,000 PV for general commission. Remember that there is a ceiling for general commission of up to 50 million PV. Atomy's ceiling prevents the higher-ranking members from only benefiting. It is a system that favors novice contractors. No matter how late it is you join this business, you can still be a #1 contractor in your line. We just looked at the general commission system. How was it? It's not difficult to receive general commission. You just have to diligently purchase Atomy's high-quality products, and you just need to share them with your neighbors. Then sooner or later, you will start receiving a general commission. Start receiving your general commission by hopping onto Atomy's products.